Hey guys, it's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III. How are you? And I gotta say a very special hello to everybody there. JJ LeCoultre, get on the show. I'm just posting the link. Let's talk Rolex. Let's talk Rolex. And I've been a bit philosophical. I've been doing a bit of soul searching. Rolex dreams and the shocking reality. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Rolex situation. We got newbies. They're watching this video. They get the catalog. They want to get a Rolex because Rolex is so cool. The only problem, boys, is that Rolex is impossible to get. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Impossible to get. So I got to be totally honest with you. This is my Rolex. I got to be totally honest with you. One of the few benefits in being the pontiff is that I get the occasional Rolex that normal people can't get. I had a guy who came to me. He might be a Rolex plant. He might not. I was able to get a Rolex submariner. There's comments there. He's trying to sell it. He wants to pump. Man, that could never be. That's further from the truth. I have realized when I went on a Rolex hiatus, they are impossible to get. This is not for sale. I would like to get one more if I can. But I got to tell you, I'm over the moon. Over the man on the moon to own this watch.
It seems like there's a lot of jealousy out there. Everyone wants to see you parted from that submariner.
I don't understand it. I really don't understand it.
Plastic.
JJ. And I gotta tell
Hey guys,
you,
what's
there
going
are
on?
nasty people out there. Plastic's a classic example.
Oh, let's cut it out, Bonner. Seriously, mate. You're being a bit silly now, mate. Come on, cut it out. Cut it out, man.
So nasty to me. You know, I did try to help him. He's just nasty, you know.
Plastic's a good guy. Come on, let's all.
Come on,
Let me
nasty
tell you
check, Bonner. I come on your show every chance I get.
Okay, that's cool. Let me say to you, Rolex dreams. What's the reality? I got to be honest with you, boys. Middle-aged men using Helox to get the watches of their dreams. That's what's happening.
I don't know who's doing that, Bonner. Certainly ain't me. Mine are all paid for with cash, mate.
Pay the piper.
No, I just paid cash.
Whether you pay cash or you finance a vehicle it's just the shell game, okay? It's the shell game.
Yeah, but mate,
okay?
you've got an investment property that you owe 100% on. Like that's a garbage investment.
I like the way now we've got this guy here. He's spruiking investment advice. He gets
That's what you're doing, partner, and you're not an investment
today. What happened? What happened? Did you get your insurance bill?
Mate, we got nothing to worry about.
I got to be totally honest with you. This whole Rolex situation.
Rolex men
dreams. I want to talk about Rolex dreams.
Mate, bushwalking is a Rolex man's dream.
100%.
You should try sometime, partner.
Be active, out in the environment. Now, I got to tell you, guy, where are you? Where are you, Plastic?
Glasshouse Mountains, partner.
Okay, beautiful. Now, I got JJ LeCoultre. How are you, JJ?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Hey, not so, this whole Rolex situation, the reality is The reality,
The reality is, mate, you put yours on your credit card and you got the shits because you got to pay 25% interest. That's the reality.
I got mine at 13%. 13%.
Whatever, mate. It's a lot more than 2%.
So I don't understand what your problem is. You know what? If you're going to be an asshole, you can fake off. See you later. You don't need these nasty people on here today. You know, this is my show. You don't fucking toe the line! Get out!
Got a super chat.
Watch, stop, and roll, $2. Better first watch Speedy Pro or Super Ocean Heritage. Get the Speedy Pro.
Yeah.
And we got Dong Johnson, $10. Plastic, don't get irritated. This is just a phase of his manic depression. Don't take it personally. You know you're a successful man. JJ, can I talk to you?
Sure thing. Tough crowd tonight. Go ahead.
Tough crowd. It's a tough crowd. I want to say to you, man, Rolex dreams. Okay, what is the reality? You know, I love you Americans. You saved us in Vietnam. You did so much for us Aussies. You have saved us in the Pacific. We helped you in Vietnam. That was a disaster, but we helped you every step of the way. We have been there for you guys. You know why?
Why is that?
I'd rather have the Americans than the Chinese as friends.
Yep, figure that.
Chinese. We're going to cuddle up to the Chinese. They will sell us up. Man, seriously.
They'll use all your resources and take you for a ride. The lesser of two evils, you know?
Look, the Americans, we've always been... If it wasn't for... I tell you this now, the British... In World War II, the British used us badly. They abandoned us. Okay? It was the Americans who came to the rescue. Don't forget that.
Well, you're also very strategically located for the Americans as well, so...
It's a two-way street. Mutual. That's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make it bad.
No.
Goat Cheddar, $5. G'day, Arch. Just bought a 16613 sub box papers for $9,500 US with 2.5-year warranty. Took your advice and got it instead of the 99 Pepsi for 12. Goodbye. Rolex dreams. You know what the reality is, don't you?
What's that? You'd be lucky to get one?
Look, seriously, there is no luck. There is no luck. You just ain't gonna happen. You know this?
Yeah, for most people, that seems to be the case. I mean...
There is no luck. It just ain't gonna happen.
I think you have a possibility if you're, you know, a little bit friendly and they take a liking to you, you might get lucky.
Look, if you're going to buy garbage, if you're going to buy countless garbage, they want people who buy garbage. You're not going to beat the ADs at their own game. If you're a newbie,
no,
you're not going to walk in there and win this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you're a newbie, I don't really think you have a shot.
Stop, watch, and roll, $3. You said in 2015, every man needs a datejust. Thoughts? I actually like the datejust. I really do. I reckon I'd probably go for a 41.
Yeah.
Datejust 36 on a bigger guy. I think it's a wee bit small. Give me your opinion, JJ. Give me your honest opinion.
Oh, I totally agree with you. I mean, I passed on a Datejust, you know, years ago, probably 15 years ago. The 36, I didn't like the way it looked. I mean, some people like a smaller watch, and that's fine. But for myself, I didn't really like it. I never bought a Datejust until the 41 millimeter came out. I would, if it stayed 36, I probably would never own one. It's just more modern now, you know. It's just a more modern size.
I gotta tell you, seriously, the Datejust is an amazing watch. I actually said that in 2015, and you know something then?
What's that?
I don't think they had any Rolex Steel Sports on a Jubilee then, did they?
No, I don't think so.
And that's why the Jubilee bracelet. It was mainly the Jubilee bracelet. I mean, you think about it, the Datejust itself is really it's probably more it's the Jubilee bracelet. I know people go oyster, but most of them in the wild I see are normally on Jubilee, and the Jubilee's a great bracelet, but now they've introduced the Jubilee on the Batgirl and the Pepsi TF. £3, €3.50. A. Lange and Son 235.032 versus H. Moser. Cheers. Look, I don't know these models, okay? I don't know the Lange reference numbers, but I can tell you the fundamentals here. Let's look at the fundamentals.
It's an 1815 manual line. Okay,
Lange. You'd want to buy that second-hand. You don't want to buy that new. But the Lange has got some really, it's an amazing piece. Okay? Let's bring that up. Just quote me that number there. That's a Lange
235.032.
032. Let's get this baby up on the screen. Let's get this baby up on the screen. Let's talk watches. We're here to talk watches.
Two totally different styles of watch, you know. One is completely classic. The other one's very modern.
Okay, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. That is as nice as any Calatrava out there. Beautiful watch. That's the Lange. And now let's look at the Moser. See, Moser, I've never really... What's the number, Moser, what?
1200-0215. $1200-0215. You have 0125.
Okay, let's get this baby up.
It's the Endeavor.
Yeah, look. I don't even. This looks like an alien watch. Aliens.
Yeah, totally different.
You know, I mean, I got to be completely frank and honest with you. It's out there. It's really, really out there. Lange, and even the fundamentals without looking at it. Moser is toxic. Moser is pretty toxic.
What do you think about a lot of watch reviewers saying Moser is going to be the next FP Journe? Do you think they're just trying to hype it?
Look, I got to be honest with you. That's just bullshit, okay? I got to be totally honest with you, man. The thing is, who's this here? Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Pontiff? How's it going?
Who's this? How do we know you, Tim?
I donated a couple of times.
Are you a Rolex plant?
No.
just joking.
Okay, so how can we help you, Tim? What's going on? Talk to me.
How are you doing, Pontiff?
What's going on?
I mean, I donated a couple of times. I had fights with the doc because of his moon landing nonsense.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay. That's okay.
Do you have any watches?
What is this
Yeah,
room? What the hell have you got behind you? Have you ever tidied anything up in your life? Jesus Christ. Your room.
Well,
What the hell are you doing, man? You ever heard of a tidy up?
Got a super chat, Archie.
Have you seen
used a vacuum? Have you ever used a vacuum? You seen a vacuum in your life? My God. North Star. DKK. More Chinese were being Rolex than Americans. Better buy while you can, fellas. Thank you, North Star. What do you do? Tell me what you do, Tim. What is
what
that
I do?
watch? Yeah, what do you
That's
do?
the 40 mil.
40
Submariner.
What do you do, Tim?
What I do? I live in Brooklyn.
It's upside down.
Oh shit.
Okay.
The Bernie
What
man,
watches
Archie. You
here?
got your Trump. He's got the
There
Bernie.
you
You got the
go.
Trump.
Wow, look.
My
at that.
sub
That's
says
beautiful.
hello to your sub. I got
Subs.
another. There we go. Cheers. Cheers, Pontiff.
They are
Mine doesn't
absolutely.
focus. I don't know why. Jeez. I mean, people
gotta
know what a
say-
40 mil looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Look,
got a
gotta tell
couple other Rolex watches as well, but I'm just gonna keep them for suspense purposes.
So, I mean, the thing is this new situation here, it's completely nuts. It's completely nuts.
It's true.
I think they're not, if you want to get the new 41, they are really, it's impossible to get.
I mean, yeah, you know, the reason I was able to get my watches is basically because I bought this watch 4 years ago, and that was because of your recommendation. I walked into AD, they said
Yeah.
make a deposit like $500. Next week they called me, I came in and picked it up. Yo, what are you
Hey. Hey, that's so cool. Is that your wife?
My wife? Yeah. Oh, show
Hey.
your Rolex. Show your Rolex. She's got. You can see.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Yacht master.
That's a yacht master. Yacht
Yeah.
master.
What size is that?
What's her name? What's your wife's name?
37 millimeter.
Say hello. Where's she gone?
She's shocked, but she really likes the
Oh.
Pontiff. She really likes
Hey,
the
she's
Pontiff.
lovely. Look, I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, seriously, man, Rolex is the way to go. You can't go wrong with Rolex. JJ Lecoute, I think, hey, we should ask her if she's got a sister for you, JJ.
Yeah, they're close by too. I'm not far from him.
You know, that's your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And they're Bernie Sanders people. They're not going to kick you out if you fall on hard times.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe I'll get a Rolex too.
We'll
if
watch
I,
after you.
Yeah. Here we go. TF, €3.50. Why Moser is toxic. ALS definitely better. Moser is just look, Moser itself is just a softer brand. It's a, look, I'm not here to preach. I don't get paid to say this, but I mean, it's Rolex and Patek, and maybe Lange, maybe Omega. That's about it. The truth is, there's only a core of brands. You can buy whatever you want. You can't tell another man how to spend his cash.
No.
But realistically,
Yeah, super chat.
stick with, here we go. Alex McGregor, $2. Bernie Bro with a Rolly. Laugh my LMAO. Hashtag capitalism. So what do you do there, Tim? What do you do for a living?
My family has a business, so I kind of help them out.
Okie dokie.
That's
And you love books. I can see you love books.
love them books, of course. Got the Man and His Watch right there.
That's a great book, isn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, I love it.
I like Tim.
It could
Tim
be better.
seems
It
like a
could be
man of
better.
mystery.
It doesn't have enough
I'm gonna
Rolex
keep up
stories.
suspense. Gonna be a recurring character.
It doesn't have enough Rolex in it, I think. It's got a lot of some garbagey stuff in it. You know, I kinda,
Yeah.
there's some good stuff, but it's almost a great book. It's almost a great book. But I gotta tell you, man, how many Rolei do you have? Just give me a number. Don't tell me the models.
Oh, yeah. I got 4 Rolei and
Wow,
1 Patek.
One Patek. Wow.
1 Patek. And my wife got a Rolei.
Well, that's great. She
And-
deserves it. To put up with
Yeah.
your books and your hoarding. I mean, Jesus Christ, you'd have to...
Hoarding and
something.
possessing.
My God, what is this place? Car Fund, $2. Tim is cool and the youth the channel needs. Thank you. And Alex
thank you.
McGregor, $2. Daddy's money and votes Bernie. LMAO.
You know, Pontiff, I gotta say, the reason I got the other 4 Rolexes is because I was able to get on the waiting list, and they're pretty hot Rolexes, and that's kind of the reason I haven't given a review to you, because you'll just say it's kind of show off stuff, because they are kind of for showing off.
What Patek have you got? Tell me what Patek
I'm not gonna say. No, later. 5 episodes later.
Okay.
Can we have a
Fair
hint?
enough.
Is it a
That's
sports model or a dress model?
No, it's a dress watch. It's a dress watch.
Okay. Good.
That's great. Look,
Yeah.
Do you love
Very
the
classy.
Patek more
It's
than the Rolex? Or
you know
what?
what?
Do you think?
It's the one that Pontiff would have recommended to me.
Okay, beautiful.
I'm not gonna say
Classy.
what it is, but you
No,
guys
no, no.
could probably guess.
Hey, man, it's okay. You
Hey.
have got a Patek. Do you love your Patek?
I love the Patek. I
What
love
occasions
the
do you
Patek.
wear the Patek for?
Like Christmas, for birthdays, you know.
Anniversary. Your girl's there.
Anniversary. Yeah.
Don't forget
I
anniversary.
don't wear the other Rolexes. It's like Pontiff is right, and I was telling my friend that like this is all I need. In reality, it's just the reason I got the other four is because the other three. Sorry, the other three is because they offered them to me, and it's the kind of offer you can't refuse.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right there. Poker Rich 9, £2. Thought OP41 Torquay.
Turquoise.
It's the turquoise. Male 35 as a pool sun watch. I gotta be honest with you. I think the OPs themselves there. I'd rather get a sub as a pool watch. The perfect pool sub watch is a sub date, man. It's a sub date.
Only
Let's
one
be
you
honest.
need.
Come on, let's be honest there, man. Come on, Poker Rich, get a sub date.
It won't focus. Holy shit. All right, whatever.
Doesn't seem to. And do you do YouTube yourself there?
Just started. Actually, if anybody wants to guess what my other Rolex watch is, they can go on my YouTube. And I'm hiking in it. Yeah, I was in Korea. I was hiking in it. And I made a video. So if anybody can go quickly and open up YouTube in the second window, give me a downvote or upvote, obviously. No downvotes. Come on. Well, it's just Tim Wright.
Oh, it's your name.
Yeah.
Tim Wright.
Yeah.
WRIGHT. Is that right?
Well, the way it says at the bottom. Oh, I
no,
guess
it's
people
not.
can't see it.
That's
It's
not your real
TIM.
name. I was just doing a test. That's not your real name.
No. It's like a. Oh, I opened the window. Sorry. It's Tim Wright, like writing. Tim Wright, yeah.
Archie's
And
doing
if
some
you YouTube Korea
You got
hiking
one
in Korea.
video. One video. How many videos you
What?
got up?
No, I got a bunch of video, but they're old from like 10 years ago when I was doing kind of
Tim
games
Wright.
and stuff. Yep.
Hiking. Is that right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is hard to find, man.
Oh yeah, I know because you can't search. It's not like the Pontiff.
Oh my God, I can't find any. You sing guitar? Is that you or there's some other clown?
No. Just put hiking Korea.
Hiking Korea. Korea, as in the country.
Yes.
Hiking in Korea, Tim Wright. Oh, that's you.
Yes,
Look thinner.
there you
What
go.
happened?
Where do I look thinner? Here or in Korea?
In Korea.
Because that's when I started gaining weight because of we were doing
Just blame COVID. Everyone else does.
Yep. There you go. Actually starting to lose weight today. Going for a hike tomorrow.
Super chat, Arch.
And does your wife, was she hiking with you as well here or not?
Not for this video, no.
When did
Super
you guys
chat.
get married?
You want to try guessing?
Last year?
No.
3 years ago.
Oh, you got a lot of gaming crap, haven't you? I don't know.
Yeah, I got a lot of game. Yeah, okay.
Arch,
come
you
on,
got a
come on.
super chat up top. I don't know if he's
God,
caught
I
that.
can't
That
even
was
work
8
out.
years ago. Come on. Oh, maybe more.
Okie dokie.
I'm rebuilding a brand. Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, okay.
I did
no
that. I
worries,
made a
hey.
video about that Timex Q.
Yeah,
I was just practicing
saw
stuff.
that.
Yeah. I was
Anyhow,
just-
Tim, we will see you next time.
No.
See you later.
Bye, Tim.
Jesus Christ, he's a bit boring, that guy, isn't he?
Hey, I wanted a plug for his channel, I think.
That's okay. We gave him a plug.
Nah, that was good. His time has come and gone.
Should I get plastic back, or do you think it's good to can that guy?
No, I like plastic. I think he
I'm
means
just in
well.
a bad mood today. You know, I had a bad dream.
Oh,
You
we got
know.
another super chat.
Here we go. Stop, watch, and roll. $2. Sub is worst watch as you won't wear other watches. No, the sub. Look, That's ridiculous comment to make there. No, the sub is amazing.
Oh, you got another
I
super
even
chat.
took mine into the pool. Did you see that?
Yeah, I watched that one.
What did you think?
Yeah, it works. It's doing its job. You did your due diligence testing it out. I think it's a great pool watch. I would wear it in the pool. I wouldn't be afraid to wear it in the pool.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing watch.
You could always wash it off in the sink afterwards when you get home.
Yeah, of course.
You got
And
one from
I tried
Toyota
to add
Mo
a bit of
watch.
value to that video there. I said, everyone, if you're going to take your Rolex in the water, make sure it's pressure tested first. I tried to give a bit of information there.
Mm.
And I find jacuzzis, they have some really nasty chemicals.
Yeah. I don't know how good that is for your watch with that heat, too.
Sorry?
No, I'm saying I don't know how good it is for your watch with the heat also.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's terrible. The heat, I think it's the chemicals.
Yeah. Well, it
That's
eats away
the
at the
problem.
rubber, right? The rubber seal. Archie got Toyota Mo super chat.
Toyota Mo, thank you so much. You were really on the ball. It's not coming up for me. Just let me get this. Toyota Mo, $2. Here we go. Sounds like Tim might need to buy $75 of fridge spot. Yes, thank you very. I got to get some super chats. Sorry, some paid reviews. I got a little bit of a backlog there. I just been because of the holidays and that there, and I had all the dramas with the submariner. I do want to tell you honestly, man, I want to say this to you. Tim Wright, $5. Arch, thanks for letting me on. That was fun. See you next, man. You are welcome on in small doses. You're actually very good. Man Against the Machine, $5. Have a drink, Pontiff. Little Lizard Lick, Sticky Beak. Man, I think you have absolutely nailed it for me because you know what? I think I need a small drink. I do need a drink. I don't know. I'm just in a bad mood today. You know, do you ever get in a bad mood? Do you?
Me? I'm always in only until you come on, then I get in a good mood. But listen, it happens. We're not living in the greatest time right now, you know? A lot of stress.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. We are under a lot of stress, aren't we? You know, I kind of maybe I was a bit nasty to plastic, you know. Maybe I should
You
asked
guys
me to send him the link. I sent him the link.
You guys are friends. You fight, and then you make up. That's the name of the game. You know.
He's a bit egotistical, but you know what I mean.
Well, I look at it this way. You know, it's good to get it out and argue with your friends, and then you make up and you move on. It's bad to hold a grudge.
Eventually,
you know.
But if they give you the shits long enough, you just say, you know, it's just not working for me.
I don't know. I try to get along with everybody. I know
you're just a nice guy.
It doesn't pay to be you know. I try to be easygoing now, you know. Just have a smooth time.
Yeah, you're very cool. That's why I love you on the show. I gotta tell you, seriously, this Rolex situation. A lot of Americans, you know, young newbies, they say, I'm not going to pay over retail. Because Americans are always used to getting a discount. Because it's just the culture, you know, the buying culture.
Makes you feel good to have a deal.
Yeah.
Makes you feel special.
When you've actually got to pay over retail. So I admit, I find it hard myself. But let me say this. I think you're better off, you know, like my sub is so hot now, right? I think you're better off going to a dealer like David SW and just paying the money. You know what I would do? Seriously, no bullshit. Can I give you some advice, JJ?
Sure.
If I was a newbie and I wanted a one and done sub, I'd actually go for the previous ceramic.
The previous ceramic, the 40 mil, you saying?
Yeah, the 40. I'd go for the 40. You might say, why is that? I thought you love your watch, Arch. I do, but I don't think it's worth the premium. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Just get yourself one.
The 40 is the best bang per buck, right? Is that what you're saying? It's the best bang per buck.
Look, these also, the 40 is going to go, they're not making the 40 anymore. So the 40, look, I don't know how many, they reckon the 41 is going to be really limited. Who knows, you know, but it's a current model. If you can get a 41, get a 41. Doesn't matter. But I reckon just get one. Instead of having a horde of crap, just get your Rolex. Get a Rolex and enjoy it. That's what I honestly think is best.
Yep. Well, sub is definitely high on the list for me coming up, but right now the reason why.
You got a sub. What do you got? What do you got? Sorry, I
No,
don't
no.
understand.
Actually, I sent you a bunch of pictures the other day. I don't know if you got it. I sent also for a review. I did a
That
little.
was on WhatsApp. Oh, yeah, I got it, man. I got it. Yeah, I did, man. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's all right.
I'm a bit. I'm just waking up. I'm waking up. You know.
Yeah, no. Whenever you get a chance, I usually do one around Christmas time with you. I think this is probably the third year I did it. But
I love you, JJ. That means so much to me, JJ.
yeah, I figured it'll be fun. I sent you a
Things
bunch
have
of
been
pictures
bad lately. I got to tell you, seriously. Let me say this to you. I'm really sickened by the whole Rolex situation. You can't get anything really, can you? I don't know about your country, but in Australia, it is terrible. I had a phone call with Austin Daniels. He can't get nothing from an AD.
Oh, Jeff
would
wants to
like
come
a-
on. Sorry to cut you
Sorry?
off. No, I said Jeff is posting. He wants to come on. If you could drop the link.
Jeff, yeah, of course, man.
Jeff wants to come. He's back
I
from
love Jeff.
Rolex
Jeff,
vacation.
Yes, Jeff, get him on. Get him on. Look at this. It's back to work. He's back to work at Rolex HQ. See?
Vacation, Christmas
Because
vacation's
in
over.
Australia, it's Monday, 10 o'clock. He's just turned up for the office. He's had his cappuccino. He's had his cigarette. Now he's showtime. Get him on. Get Jeff on. Wheel him out. Wheel him out. Okay, Jeff. You notice he never came on Christmas Day? No, because he wasn't. That was a day off for Jeff. See. Whereas you came on, you didn't have any problems coming on there.
You know, corporate is probably very.
Hey, Jeff, man, how are you?
Hey,
G'day,
Jeff.
Arch. How are you, mate?
Hey, man. Hey, send my regards to everyone at corporate there.
Yeah, will.
I got to tell you
Jeez.
the truth, man. Seriously.
You go on.
I'm really, really happy to have you here. Jeff, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about the new submariner date I've got.
I
Jeff,
saw the video in the pool, Arch. You put it to the test. That's good.
Jeff, what do you think, Jeff? I honestly, I got to be honest with you, I'm so happy to have this watch. It is absolutely impossible to get.
Yeah, and you fall in love with it the more you have it, don't you? It's sort of, it really grows on you.
Exactly. And I got to be totally honest with you. They are absolutely impossible to get. They are impossible. Yeah. Rolex, I think the future is they're going to be harder and harder and harder to get. They're not going to be... The Rolex situation is going to get worse.
Yeah, I think it is.
What happened to the models behind you, Jeff? You're in a different office today.
Oh, I just moved the camera. It's a bit different. No,
they promoted Jeff to the corner office.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, okay, yeah. I got the corner office, JJ. That's right.
He's moving up.
North Star 50 DKK. I've been trolling Archie for so long that I've begun disguising myself as Austin Daniels. Thank you, thank you. I got to tell you, Jeff. Seriously. I'm actually very, very, very over the moon that I got a sub date. That is such a perfect watch. As a one and done. You know what I mean? You got the no date on?
That's the no date.
That's the 40.
Oh, the 40. The 40, yeah. Yep.
Because it would be too obvious you're from Rolex if you had a 41 on, wouldn't it?
That's right. They've got to get rid of the old stock. Yeah.
No, but also it looks better. People say, he's more believable. See?
You don't want to blow his cover.
Jesus. I'll never live this down.
You know, I've actually asked my guy MJT. You know MJT. He was in the
yeah, top bloke. Yeah.
MJT. I said to him, "Can you please get me a Pepsi now?"
Well, if you can, it's a beautiful watch. Yeah. But just settle down. Just settle down. You got plenty of time.
I've actually got. I've got my, I got to tell you, I got my Patek for sale at Vintage Watch Co. in Sydney. Hasn't sold yet, but It'll sell. I'm pretty confident it'll sell.
Wait till the new year. Yeah.
And once I sell that, I did have to put some on my credit card, but I had to pull the trigger. You don't muck around. When this thing came up, you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
But this whole Rolex situation, I think it's going to get a hell of a lot worse. I mean, it's ridiculous. Mr. Grand, here we go. Mr. Grand, here we go. £2, 4 Patek, 3 Rolex, 1 JJ. Is that the end game? Oh my God! You know what? I reckon that could be the end game indeed.
What if you went down to 3?
That could be the end game indeed. Hey, can I ring you back? I'm just in the middle of something. I'll ring you back. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's my non-YouTube friends. They ring me. They think I got nothing better to do but talk to them.
They just think you're sitting back on the couch, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Rolex HQ here. Here we go. Poker Rich, $2. $2. Favorite ski resort in Switzerland, Jeff?
I've never been to Switzerland. Oh dear, no.
He's just a method actor. He's a
method actor. Oh yeah.
Jeff
I learned from the best.
In the 1976 Pal dog food ad, I believe.
Oh, Jesus.
And
that's a dog.
He's had a non-speaking part in Kingswood Country.
Oh yeah, you remember that show?
Yes. You can't display that now, could they? They couldn't.
No, politically incorrect. Yeah.
Exactly. Jeff, I wanna ask your advice here. Tell me, I wanna hear your advice. Jokes aside, it doesn't matter if you're from Rolex or not. I still love you. Okay? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Jeff, I think I had a bit of an epiphany there. I kind of went crazy into other things. I went into Pateks, and then I realized something. Every man you need, I'm in Australia, hot country. I love going to Asia. I need something sporty that's waterproof that I can just go everywhere with. So I was an idiot not to keep. In some ways, I sold the Explorer 2. If I hadn't have made such a desperate plea, maybe I may not have got the Submariner. And I'd actually prefer the Sub to the 40mm Explorer. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really be upset because this is such a cool watch. Not for sale. Never for sale.
You know what you said in your video when you were talking to Austin Daniels was the same thing I said probably last week or so about you have to get the rotating bezel, ceramic rotating bezel. That's the name of the game.
Yes, that's what he's. I don't know. Let me say this, Jeff.
Yep.
So I'll tell you what the game plan is there. I got to tell you what my game plan is. My game plan is this. I got 6 Pateks at the moment. 6 Pateks.
Yep.
I've got 1 for sale. As soon as that one sells, I'll clear my credit card and have a bit of money up my sleeve. I've already asked MJT. That's Tony, by the way. His real name is Tony, by the way. I've asked for a Pepsi. For a Pepsi. And Plastic's back. Hello, Plastic. We're sorry. Don't get so touchy. Look at this. This is a Rolex man. Look at this. He's actually wearing his watch doing vigorous mountain climbing. Look at this. Hey, Plastic.
Has he got an Explorer on, or what's he doing?
He's got a Submariner 40mm date.
Climbing mountains with his sub.
Yes, look, that's beautiful. This is called the Glasshouse Mountains. It's on the way to the Sunshine Coast. That's where Australia Zoo is. You know, Tony. Sorry.
Yeah.
Australia Zoo. So it's pretty cool there. So I got to tell you, $2 Just talking to Jeff. Sorry, Prince. We got enough on at the moment, Prince. We'll come back another time, okay? Come back another time, Prince. I got to tell you, my game plan is this. I got 6 Pateks, 1 JJ LeCoultre. I'm selling. I am selling. I am selling. Here we go. Yankee Doodle, $5. How much to get plastic off the show? Good guy, but too loud. $15 for you. $15. $15, okay?
So I reckon if you go back to 3 or 4 Pateks, you get 2 or 3 Rolex and keep your JJ.
Okay, so what I've decided to do is I do love my Pateks. I don't want to go into debt anymore. I really want to be...
That's it.
Okay, so I got 5 at the moment plus 1 for sale. As soon as that one sells, it'll that'll actually pay for most of the next one. I've asked for a Pepsi. If I can't get a Pepsi, I could always get a Explorer 2 myself.
Good watch.
From a dealer, from a grey market dealer, right? Because they're not hugely over retail. If MJT comes good and gets me a Pepsi, and he says to me, hey, do you want something else? You know what the other thing I would ask for?
I know.
Panda!
You need the white dial. You need the white dial.
I don't care. You know, but seriously, I think honestly, if he could get me a Panda, I would sell one of the 5 Pateks left. Because I'm not made of money, Jeff. Unlike you guys, I got divorced and gave the house away, you know, so I don't have that equity to draw on, okay? I don't have that equity to pull out, okay?
Yeah. What about the? What do you think about the price rises that Paul Thorpe's talking about next year?
Yeah.
How much,
he said there could be. Well, he said 6 to 10%.
Look,
and he said there could be 2 price rises next year.
I don't think in Australia it's going to be terribly much because our currency has changed 23% from last year. We've already had massive currency. So I don't know whether they will... When you put the currency into it, we're no longer the cheapest place in the world to buy Rolex.
No, not at all.
Okay, so the thing is, but...
Super chat.
So in Super chat, Louis the 15th, $5, pre-ceramic Daytona. No. Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go. And someone bought me a drink. I forgot to get a drink. I was a little bit cheap. I'll just have a small one because I got to do some driving later. Just have a small
just
one.
Have a nip.
Small. Have a nip. Louis the 15th, pre-ceramic Daytona. Pre-ceramic Daytona is a great watch. Any Daytona is amazing. There are no... Tell me a bad Daytona. Jeff, I got to tell you, now that I got the Rolex, I was snappy and nasty. I couldn't get anything. How many, considering my Pateks, what do you think's enough? What do you think is enough?
Oh, I think 3 or 4. You might look. I think JJ would agree with that. I mean, you know, if you were 4 or 3, it doesn't really matter. I mean, to have 3 Pateks and maybe up 2 or 3 Rolexes, whoa, that's a collection.
I look at it this way. Arch really doesn't need any two-tone or anything like that because he has the Pateks in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he could really concentrate on steel. So I say 3 or 4. You definitely want to go sub, GMT, chronograph, and then maybe a 4th piece, like a funky piece, like a Z Blue Milgauss, something like that. That's what I would do. You know, I would try to get a sub, a GMT, Daytona, and then... Well, I already have the Milgauss, but, you know, like it's something funky like that.
No, I love the Milgauss. The Milgauss is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually... I tend to agree with you. You know what I'm thinking, okay? I don't want to be greedy. Sometimes you get all greedy and it just wrecks things. If MJT can get me the Pepsi, I would be ecstatic. I'll be doing cartwheels in the front yard, okay? There we go. Well, actually, cartwheels, I don't know if I've actually ever done a cartwheel
Arch doing cartwheels, that'd be good to see.
I'll sing the chicken dance in the front yard. I'll do the chicken dance because I hate the chicken dance, but I will do it if I get a Pepsi. If I can't get a Pepsi, I'm thinking I'll slow down. I don't need to hurry. It's not like I need to get it tomorrow. You know, you just slow down.
No.
I'd get a Pepsi. I'd get a Explorer 2. I don't know, 40 or 42. I don't know. I don't know at this stage because I got a good friend in Melbourne who said he's got a double up. He's got a 10-piece Rolex collection. He might sell me a Box Papers Explorer 2. That's Brian from Zircon. So I might be able to do a deal with him. Otherwise, I'd get a 42. If I don't get that, I was thinking, what do you think of a Tudor Pepsi? Would a Tudor Pepsi be acceptable, or no? It's not Rolex, Arch.
No.
Jeff.
I like it. I'll tell you why I like it. I mean, maybe I'm a little different, but I don't really love the Pepsi on the Jubilee band, and I don't want a vintage watch. I don't want to deal with the old bracelet, so that's why I bought the Tudor GMT.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I have the bat.
You
the
got it on the
Batman
bracelet or the leather strap?
Bracelet. I always buy it on the bracelet because you could always get a second hand.
I know.
Yeah.
Yankee Doodle, $5, $2. Once you get the Pepsi, you'll want something. I got to be honest with you. I'm actually thinking, no, I got an end game in sight. Like Jeff, you pretty well. You're basically like 80% done, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. But if the AD rang up and said there's a Panda, well, that'd be it. Yeah, there's no ifs or buts.
That's basically like AD calling you up and saying, "I want to hand you some free money."
You know what?
True.
That's like us. What would we do if we won the lotto? Now we say, what would we do if the AD rang us and said we got a Panda?
Yeah, it's about right.
That's about the odds. Yeah. Very similar odds, I believe. Jeff?
Yeah, about right. Yeah.
I think you going for the Pepsi makes the most sense for your second one, because if after that everything falls through and you can't get a Panda and you want a chronograph, you could always get a Man on the Moon. You know, so you always have a backup. I would definitely try to get that as your second watch.
And I actually like the Man on the Moon. The prices have gone a bit crazy. I'll wait for that. I'm not paying hype for an Omega.
Yeah, but you don't need one
for
right
a Rolex. Showcase watches, £2. Explorer 2 and Speedy Pro to complete you, Arch. Thank you. If I can get a Pepsi, I would grab a Pepsi. I'm sorry, okay? I would grab it.
Would you get the Batgirl?
You betcha. You betcha, baby. You betcha. Or even a bat. I don't care. Snorlax sleeping $2. Nobody here has an end game. Well, no, I think it's... I got to tell you, Jeff, I actually do have an end game. I tell you why. Because I got a friend of mine, okay? Really, my best friend. He has 44 luxury watches. 27 of them are Rolex. And I gotta be totally, I'm never ever gonna have a collection like, well, possibly I could. You never know your luck in the big city. By the way, if there's any 60 to 75-year-old wealthy women with a Lamborghini, I'm available. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if I even want 27 Rolex. Like he's got vintage, he's got modern, he's got Daytonas, multiple Daytonas. This is the guy that's got the platinum baguette diamond Daytona.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I'd actually be very happy with a steel Daytona. Okay,
I'm sure we would. Yeah.
I mean, I really do love my sub-date. I got to tell you, even if I had, say, a Daytona and a Pepsi, I think the watch I would wear most would be this one. Seriously, does that make sense?
I find mine, this is the go-to watch for most days. I mean, it's just what you put on in the morning, and I like the brush bracelet and clasp, but it's just, yeah.
I got to say to you, I think for me, I don't need to have look, I've got a beautiful Patek collection. What number of Pateks? Is it 3 Pateks, 4 Pateks, 5 Pateks? I got to tell you, I do love the Pateks. I love them a lot, okay? However, how many do you really need? It gets to the stage, how many do you really... Like, I'm in a situation where if I stay with the watches I've got, the money I've got invested, I don't need to have any borrowings for it. Like, it's all sort of paid out. Okay, yes, plastic was right. I did put this on a credit card, but I've got a watch for sale at Sydney Vintage Watch Co. that'll cover this and it'll give me the money for the Pepsi, okay? Because I've actually put some money into this already. Louis the 15th, $5. The blue dial Milgauss is the meal. It's a beautiful. The Z blue is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I got to tell you guys, seriously, that's my end game. JJ, you've sort of reached your end game too, haven't you?
Almost.
You want a Patek. You want the 5205.
Yeah, that's basically, you know, once I get that, I'm pretty good.
And maybe a Daytona.
Yeah, you know, another watch I was really considering is the Rupia, just to have a two-tone. But then, you know how it goes. Then you want that. Then you say, oh, well, I should also get a Blue Z, have two of them, one in rose, one in yellow. So it never ends, you know. There's always something. There's always some other watch.
Tim Wright, $2. One Steel Sports Rolex and one Patek is all a man needs. Hey, I would say all he needs is one Rolex. That's it, one and done. But we want more. We look. I think it's very healthy to have a hobby.
If you were to keep one more, what would it be? Would it be the 5196 to complement the sub?
Ah, look. I would love to get, if I can get the Pepsi, I don't need to sell any of the 5. If I get the Panda, I can't just pay for the Panda. I don't have unlimited money.
No, but I'm saying if you would only keep one watch to go with your Submariner,
oh man,
would it be the
I'd
5196?
6006. I love the black dial.
Yeah.
I actually love that 6006, and you could mix it up with a different, you know.
You put a brown
rubber
strap on it instead of a black
whatever.
strap. It's so versatile.
I want to see it on a rubber strap, like a homemade Aquanaut.
I might be doing that.
You can convert it into almost a sports watch. Yeah,
it'll be like a quasi Aquanaut. You know,
exactly. For half a third of the money. Mr. Grand, $2. Why do you need 2 Calatravas? Hey, good question. Why do we need anything? I think they're different incarnations. Like what I've actually got is I've got the different movements. See, Patek uses some base movements. The manual wind in my 5196 is a 215. That's kind of a legendary movement. The annual calendar has got a 315/324 movement. That's what's in the 5711. Sort of that base movement is very. And then I got the 6006 has got the micro rotor 240 movement. So that's the 3 movements. You know, I like having the 3 movements. You know, I don't know.
You've got a really good problem to have, Arch. I mean, it's flexible. You can, you know, mix up your collection. You know, some people don't have that flexibility. I mean, you can do something with all of that.
I got to tell you, I do love having a Rolex. I think if I didn't have, you know, if I had the JLC, I think I'd be a bit shitty.
Well, your demeanour, besides the day after you bought your Rolex, I don't know what happened that day. You're a bit touchy, but you've been a lot better since. You're a new man.
That's it. That's exactly it. It's
There's just so much hype with the Rolex. It's like when you actually pick it up, it can never live up to the hype that, you know.
Exactly. But I got to tell you, in all honesty, that is a one and done watch. I mean, you could wear that to a meeting. You could wear that to a job interview. You could wear that to an exit interview. Anything you wanted.
In the pool.
It's
super chat.
It's just amazing. Louis the 15th, $5. Is the 42mm Explorer 2 too big? I think black versus. Look, you know what? Louis. I actually like the 42. I love the orange hand. I like the new clasp on it. Black or polar, whatever is a good deal at the time. I honestly wouldn't pay a huge premium for the polar. I actually like the black dial. At one stage, the black dials were always worth more than the whites, but you know what? It just gets ridiculous. Okay, seriously.
I've never had a Polar 2, the Explorer 2 on my wrist. Never had one.
I've had it. I thought it was a little too big, to be honest. It was a
That's
little
what worries
small.
me. Yeah.
Depends on your
You're
wrist
only a
size,
small
though.
guy, Jeff. You're not.
Yeah, I don't have a
chubby or-
huge wrist. No.
But you know what? Do you have a GMT, Jeff? What GMT? You got the
Yeah,
Bat-
I've got the Batgirl. Yeah.
Jeff, that's an amazing watch. You know that?
Yeah.
That's
So I don't mind it.
absolutely-
I like it on the Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
100%. That makes the watch, I think.
Mm.
And the Jubilee is very comfortable.
It is. It is really comfortable. I do like the fact that you can slide the clasp on this one, not just the 5mm extension. So the sub is probably more adjustable, which is good.
That's kind of like the wetsuit extension, isn't it? That.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that
feel
would be
you
the
really
one.
need
That
it?
would be one reason to look at another sub like a Kermit for me, anyway.
Super chat.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry. Yankee Doodle Arch. Think if you added a Lange, it would add a whole other dynamic to your collection and boost your ratings and make things interesting. The problem, let me tell you what the problem with Lange is. I can't afford much, okay? These are things that are very dear, and I'd have to sell some nice Patek. I don't have unlimited money. Lange, I love Lange, but I'd rather concentrate on Pateks. You can't do everything. You know, for me, I got all the books. I got all the books on Patek. I got all the books. But I love Lange. Lange's amazing. Malicious New Zealand $5. Sub Reverso and World Time. Ditch the rest. Grab a Daytona or Man on the Moon. Much love from across the ditch, mate. That could be a very good way to go. Now, JJ, you were saying something. What were you saying, JJ?
I was just saying, I don't know, for me, I don't know why, but I love the way the Batgirl looks on the Jubilee. I think it classes it up and it makes it a little more versatile. Like you could dress it up like business casual. But for some reason, I don't find the same. I don't like it as much with the Pepsi bezel. I like the oyster bracelet better. I don't know why.
Well, you can get a Pepsi with an oyster. It's called white gold.
Meteorite dial.
Yeah, expensive watch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I got to tell you, man. I seriously think I'm so happy Rolex brought Jubilee back to the sports watches. That's such a cool thing.
They are very comfortable. I'll tell you that much. They are very comfortable.
How many's enough? Do you have a number in mind? Like I think myself, I'd like my collection to be probably no more than 10.
I
have
already
a number.
I said 12 is my cutoff. I don't even want to go that high, but 12 is my absolute cutoff. If I wanted to get another watch, I'd have to replace one.
How many you got now, JJ?
Good ones, 7.
7, okay. Yeah, don't count the garbage. Garbage doesn't count.
Yeah. I got 7 good ones. Maybe 1 or 2 I might trade out for something better if I upgrade, but I don't want more than 12 watches in my collection.
12 quality watches.
Yeah, because then you know what I mean. They're not special anymore. Like if you have 30 watches, you're gonna lose track of half of them. You're never even gonna remember to wear them. You know,
Jeff,
even 12
how many
is a
have you
lot.
got now?
5 good ones.
What's the max number?
Oh, I think I'd be happy with 1 more, and you know the one.
Okay.
So,
You know, I originally said 10, but then I bought those travel rolls from Bosphorus Leather. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They make really nice travel rolls.
Yes.
And I wound up buying the 4-piece ones. I have 3 of them now. So now.
oh, well, you got to fill it up.
So now I'm like, all right, 12 is the most.
We buy a $200 travel roll and we got to put $100K into watches. Hey, that makes perfect sense, man.
That's right.
Absolutely perfect sense, man. Louis the 15th, $5. I remember the days of the Breguet Ehrenvale. Things were much simpler then. Let me say one thing. Can I say something to you guys? And I was thinking about this yesterday. When I started doing this channel in 2009, I started. And then I got the Archie 5. Right? I had 5 watches, right? 2 Pateks, an AP, a Breguet, and a Reverso. That was kind of really cool. The thing is now, to have 5 good watches, and I'm not saying they have to be all Rolex or all Patek, but 5 good watches, it's good, but it's not amazing like it was, say, 10 years ago. Does that make sense?
Do you think it's because the same guys are still collecting, so now their collections are growing?
I think it's because middle-aged guys have got... In Australia, property has gone... We've had some really big gains, especially in Melbourne, okay? So they can play this game, get a few Rolex. I mean, in the past, you got one. Seriously, Jeff, if things were tighter, you would have just got one and that's it, wouldn't you?
That's it. Exactly right. And I think it's like anything, Arch. We all, this generation and the life we lead, we just want better things, you know? So we're constantly wanting, whereas go back when we were children, our parents, if they had one watch, they felt they were lucky, you know? It's just a different era.
I think also what's happened is, like, credit cards and HELOC, they didn't really
access to money.
Yeah. You had to pay cash, right?
That's right.
And normally, in the day, you had one income household. The daddy worked, mummy stayed with the kids. So the number of restaurants didn't really explode until you had 2 incomes. Because you couldn't afford to go, even takeaway food. As a kid, I remember going to McDonald's. And this was a treat. You went to McDonald's as a treat. You know, that was a big treat. Now, I mean, McDonald's food isn't really that good for you, but now it's no big deal. Oh, let's go to McDonald's. Oh, let's go here. Let's go here. Like I remember going to Pizza Hut for my birthday. That was a big thing. Wow, Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? You get...
Yeah, that's right. And we go to cafes and restaurants and we spend money like it's, you know, almost like it's going out of fashion.
Instant gratification, everything. Nobody wants to cook, so they take the kids to a quick meal.
We are wealthier now than we've ever been in history, but we're also very unappreciative.
Yeah, there's a bit of that in it. Yep.
The new generation, especially.
Yeah, I kind of feel sad for the whole situation. It's kind of strange to explain, but I got to tell you, Rolex. Rolex is very cool. Is it brilliant, amazing? Look, I kind of think we're you know, I got to be honest with you, man. How many does make you happy? What, you want 50 of them? You want every model that was ever, you know, where do you draw the line? Like you, Jeff, if they rang you and said, hey, we got a 41 sub for you, you jump in the car and grab it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably would. That's right.
You wouldn't muck around. Okay, yes, I'll be there. I'll be right in. That's it. You just jump in the car. You know, you don't really need a 41 mil sub, but if they rang you, you'd have to take it, don't you think?
I think you would. So I wouldn't mind the Kermit, the green one. I think that'd be a good one to get.
But if they rang you and said, we've got a 41 date, would you jump in the car and get it?
Yeah, look, I probably would, because at the end of the day, I don't have a 41 black date. I've got the 2-tone, so... But then how many submariners do you need? How many variations?
Your 2-tone is 41 or 40?
No, it's 40. It's 40. I don't have a 41, so...
Yeah. Louis the 15th, $5. In a class with a handful of ladies, the one that gives it up the least is most desired. Rolex, please. I gotta say, seriously, guys, I think it's good to have a bit of an end game. How many do you really want? Material goods, how much happiness can it bring you? They make me happy. I love the watches.
I don't have an end game. I don't sort of think, oh, well, I'm going to get to this number and stop. I don't. Look, if you live to your 80 or 90, you might just, you know, buy a watch every few years, you know, if you can afford it.
I think a big part
Yes.
of no end game to Rolex is that you can't get hurt, so it doesn't pay to not buy it when they call you. You know what I mean?
True.
Like it's like money in the bank, so why not get it? You know, that's I think that's why nobody really has an end game. Like you said before, like you're pretty happy with your collection, but if they call you for a 41, you're gonna get in your car and you're gonna go down and get it because it's money in the bank. There's no reason to not.
But there'd be a lot of other people in the line that would want the 41. So I think, and they've probably got their names on the list for the 41. So I doubt whether they'd ring for that. So
No, I know. I'm just saying the
Yeah,
reason
but
why you
that's
wouldn't have
true.
an end game
If
is
they
'cause you're
did
gonna
ring you, so they made a mistake,
Yeah.
you'd be out of there, wouldn't you? Before they Jeff would be out there in that AMG, wouldn't you?
As much as I like Rolex and I would buy if they called me, even if they weren't.
Buy
If let's say they
anything.
weren't they didn't have a good secondary. There are a few I would buy just because I want to wear it. But I think it makes you more inclined to buy any of the models because you're not going to get hurt. You could probably make a profit even if you hold it for a little while.
yeah, yeah.
Do you see this game improving? 2021, this game where supply, demand.
Listen, this
Let's
is
be
like
honest, there. A lot of
this is-
people are not going to get the Rolex of their dreams, are they?
No. And I'll tell you, this is like a game of hot potato because as long as the secondary market is hot, everybody wants in. And as long as everybody wants in, everybody else wants in because, like I said, it's safe money. But when that bottom falls out and whoever's getting stuck holding the bag, especially with the secondary prices, then it comes down quick.
Mr. Grand, £2. Arch won't get an end game. He's on several. Not one of them ever rung me. Louis the 15th, $5. Arch, would you consider a pre-ceramic Sea Dweller, or are you only into new models moving forward? Pre-ceramic Sea Dweller is an amazing watch. I love it. For me, I've already got a diver. That's kind of done for me. I mean, how many divers do you want?
Unless you really want a bigger watch, I mean, I don't think a Sea Dweller fits in for maybe like
the
you and I.
pre-ceramic is a 40. It's actually a great
Oh,
size.
that's true. Yeah, true. Yeah.
It's a great. I actually love the 40. I reckon it's a beautiful watch. But I got to be honest with you. In my case, I would like some sort of GMT function watch, whether that's an Explorer 2 or a Pepsi or a Batgirl or a Batman. That's irrelevant, or even a black ceramic. The only reason I'm saying ceramic or the newer version is because I do like the improved clasp.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
realistically, these things are, how do I put this? These things are very, I love watches. I do love them, but I don't need, look, I got enough things in Pateks. My Patek collection is, honestly, if I could trim that to, how many do you need of these stupid things? How many do you really, you don't need any of this stuff.
No, probably like you don't need a lot of the stuff in the background there, Archie. I mean,
Yes, my room's probably worse than, what's his name?
Tim.
Yeah, I had to laugh. I came on just as he was on it. I thought, what's Art saying here? I mean, calling the pot calling the kettle black, yeah.
Exactly. And I've got to clean up here a bit because it is. I totally get you. Guys, we're gonna wrap this baby up.
Wrap this baby up.
Rolex, I don't see it getting better. I am sorry, okay?
No, it won't. I think this year will even probably tighten even further, I think, with the popularity of the brand.
It's really, really sad. Really, really sad the way it's gone, but hey, that is life. What can you do? I feel sorry for a lot of newbies out there. A lot of people who want to get into the hobby. It's sad they can't get nothing. You know what I mean? It's so. I don't think it's like the AD. The thing is this: the ADs, they don't. If you're on a list, if you're a VIP, you can jump the list. This is the whole thing. If you've bought other, when you say VIP, it's somebody who's bought less desirable models. They're going to get the harder. I mean, let's be honest. This list, that would imply you're in a list. It's not like a gentleman's agreement where if you're on the list, you each have a fair chance of getting it. It doesn't work like that. This is completely unregulated, completely at the dealer's discretion, the AD's discretion. If somebody comes in there and buys a lot of hard to shift stock, you will get cool stuff.
That's right. Yep. And that's business, but it's a bit sad in a way, you know, that they do it that way.
What the sad thing is, okay, so this sub date, that's 12,900 in Australia. It's about 10,000 US dollars, right? So that's actually a lot of money. I don't know about you, Jeff, but for me,
it's a lot of money.
It's a fair bit of money. You could buy a really good second-hand car for that.
Yep.
And the sad thing is, okay, so that's kind of stretched a young guy, a guy who wants a watch. He can't get it at that price.
No.
He's got to pay massive premiums to get it. It's game over. He's just going to get out of the hobby. He's not going to come in. He's going to say, oh, this is shit.
Or he'll go and buy a compromise and then probably never be really that happy.
Yeah.
And even now, all the other brands are getting more expensive now because you can't get Rolex, so people are switching over.
Guys, we've got to wrap this up. Just last
good one,
chat,
Arch.
Louis the 15th, $5. Flick to Rolex and get a pre-owned gold Daytona and more stressing Rolex. I gotta tell you, I don't know if I actually want a solid gold Daytona. I love them. They're gorgeous. $30,000 Aussie. Man, I don't have money like that. The thing about Rolex is, for me, I just want steel Rolex because it's so usable. That's it. I like the usability. If I'm going to baby something, I'll baby the Patek.
Yeah, and as JJ said, you've got the gold Pateks, and that,
exactly.
You don't need to go gold into the Rolex. Yeah.
And if I can't get a Daytona because that's impossible, I'm happy. I don't even need a chronograph. You know, honestly, I tell you the honest truth, I don't even use a chronograph. This sub with the date, sorry, with the bezel, that's probably enough. You know, I don't need to. I can't even read the dials. My eyesight's going down as I get older. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheerio.
Guys.
All right, guys.
See you guys.
Ciao.